In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I traded PFSA stock today for over a 15% gain. But more importantly, guys, I'm going to give you the keys to this strategy. I've sat down here at this computer for the past 15 months and back tested over 4,073 breakouts. So what I promise you is when you click on this channel, every single strategy that I show you is going to be backed by historical data that I've sat down here at this computer and spent hundreds of hours tracking. This takes me at least an hour plus every single day. And by filtering through all these different variables, I've been able to find very specific setups that have averaged around a 65 to 70% win rate. The way this works is from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. I live trade with my one-on-one students, but I track every small cap breakout that happens from 6 a.m. till 12. And the goal is this: I don't want to believe any generic BS on Google or on YouTube about these generic strategies that people play and they tell you it has a high win rate. It's BS. If you can't show me the back tested data, I just simply don't believe it. So what I do is I simply back test that data myself. That way, when I make the decision to hit the buy button, I know from the data that I've collected with my own hands that I'm making the best decision for myself and for my family. If I want to gamble, I'll go over to the casino. So if that resonates with you, make sure you subscribe to the channel here and let's dive into this exact setup. For you to be able to pull this off, just to be very clear, this works best for portfolios that have over $10,000 in their account because take profit is only 15%. If you're only trading with a couple $100, it's going to be hard for you to be disciplined and take a quick 15%. But also more importantly, you have to be available from 9 a.m. all the way till 12 p.m. EST, preferably 5 days per week. All of my one-on-one students typically trade with me 5 days per week, but bare minimum, you need to be available at least 3 times per week. So you can see the time frames right here on my dashboard is from 9:30 a.m. to 10. I skip out on the 10:01 to 10:30. That has not been a profitable time frame for this strategy. 9 a.m. to 9:30. So 9 a.m. to 9:30, 9:30 to 10, and then 10:30 to 11 and 11 to 12. Easy way to say this is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. EST, excluding the 10:01 to 10:30 time frame. I hope you're writing this down. I hope you're taking notes. Next part of this, if that's you, then continue to watch this video. Next thing you're going to look for is the free float of this stock. The free float is simply the amount of shares that us retail traders, me and you, can actually go out there and trade. And from all the data that I've tracked, the lower the free float, the more volatile the stock is, the higher percentage gain that you can go for. For this specific strategy, you're looking for a free float below 10 million. And for the market cap, and the market cap, easy definition for this is just what the company is valued by the market right now. It needs to be valued below 50 million. Anything above 50 million, you're not going to get those consistent 15% moves. So over the past 134 trades right here, 90 of them have run for at least 15% with a 67% win rate. So let's actually dive into the chart here, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can go out there and identify this yourself. So if you trade with over $10,000 in your account, pull up PFSA right here, and I'm going to give you the exact rules. So first thing you need to know is I used to sit down at the computer at 6 a.m. every single day. I don't do that anymore, and the reason why is because that 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. time frame has just been, or really all the way till 9 a.m. has just been very inconsistent from what I've collected with the data. So I actually no longer trade any setups from 6 a.m. all the way till 9. But when I first started tracking the data, I used to sit down at 6 a.m. every single day. And I would find the 6 a.m. candle. And this is what I would see as I sat down at the computer. And all I really wanted to identify was a level of resistance. What is the most obvious level of resistance that I can pinpoint on this chart? That way, if we break above that level, I can get alerted and I can know, okay, maybe this stock is going to make a continuation to the upside. If I sat down at the computer at 6 a.m., then this right here was the high, 1287. Now, there's two options here. You can either set your horizontal line, your level of resistance at the top of the wick, or you can set it at the body of the candle. All 4,000 plus breakouts that I've tracked have been tracked off of the body of the candle. So if you're using my strategy and the data that I've collected, you're going to want to set your resistance at the body of the candle. So for PFSA, when I sat down at the computer today around 8 a.m., I saw this 1198 level. I simply set a horizontal line. I right click on that bad boy and I create an alert. So for all of pre-market, this thing ends up pulling back, but that's why you always want to set an alert. So as this stock starts to move up, I get alerted as soon as we start to break above this level at 955. Now, very generic breakout advice is going to tell you that if we get a close above a prior level of resistance, that's a very good sign that the stock could continue to make a move to the upside. After tracking over 4,000 plus breakouts, if you simply buy a stock on a breakout just because the 5-minute candle was closing above a prior level of resistance, then your win rate is going to be around 45% for a 15% take profit. There are way more variables that you need to be looking at in order to know if this stock is going to move. One of them is going to be the time frame that it breaks out. Again, you want the stock to break out between 9 a.m. to 12, excluding 10:01 to 10:30. So if I put my mouse over this candle right here, let me bring my Weeble platform up a little bit so you can see at the very bottom, this 5-minute candle closed at 9:55. That was right before my cutoff time at 10:01. So this stock broke out just in time. So it's breaking out in my time frame. Perfect. Next thing I need to take a look at is going to be market cap and free float. Say it with me. Market cap must be below 50 million. You can see market cap for this bad boy is 2.7 million. If I go over here and click on quotes, that's also an easy way for you to see it. You can see market cap is 2.7 million. Free float right here at 252,000. Free float must be below 10 million. This free float is extremely low. Now, once I've identified those things, you would think that would be enough. Okay, Andrew, cool. Let's take the breakout. No. What I found that has even more of a massive direct correlation than market cap, free float, and price of the stock is when the 5-minute candle is confirming breakout, do a multi-time frame analysis. And I started to zoom into the 1-minute time frame, and there were two things that I started checking for. On the 1-minute time frame for the 5-minute candle that confirmed a breakout, was that 1-minute candle trending green? I just started tracking yes or no. And did the next 1-minute candle close green? It's either a yes or no. And what I found is when the 1-minute candle is trending green and the next 1-minute candle closes green, if you enter at the close of that next 1-minute candle, win rate goes up drastically. And that is exactly what this strategy is all about. So if you enter at the close of the next 1-minute candle, 67% of the time for all of the stocks that I've tracked over the past 12 plus months, it's ran for at least 15%. And today, that's exactly what PFSA did. So let me walk you through exactly how we played it. Right here, we get a 5-minute candle that closes above 98. But what I want you to know is this stock got halted right here before this candle could fully close. The way you can easily see that is by zooming into the 1-minute time frame. And you can see right here, this 1-minute candle says it closes at 9:52. And then the next 1-minute candle right here opens up at 9:57. That's because there was a 5-minute halt. So whenever that happens, what I do is I count this as the candle close because a halt takes 5 minutes. So in reality, this candle just didn't get a chance to fully close, but this is all that we've got. So we're going to count this as the full candle close. So this counts as the first 1-minute candle trending green into breakout. Now, all I needed at this time, I was with my one-on-one students. We were watching this one. All I needed was 5-minute candle had already confirmed breakout. First 1-minute candle was trending green. So now I knew that this stock was going to get unhalted at 9:57 as long as it was a 1-minute halt. I was watching this stock as soon as it got unhalted. And as soon as it got unhalted and this next 1-minute candle closed green right here, I entered into a position right here at the close of the 1-minute candle. This stock pops up to $15.93. And take a look at this. This is why it's so important that I went through and tracked the best place to put take profit is because this stock popped up to $15.93, which represents a 17% move. And then after that, look at this pullback right after. So if we go into the Greenlight dashboard, this is one of the big things that I do is I compare best take profit. Right here, I have the default settings at 15, 30, and 40. And you can see look, take a look at this. If you're trading with over $10,000 in your account, this should be a big eye opener for you. The difference between a 15% take profit and a 30% take profit is $35,000. So for many of you that are trading, your strategy could be great. Your take profit just could be completely wrong. So 15, 30, and 40 is my default settings. I can easily see 15 wins out of that. But down here, I can actually type in a customized TP percentage. And right now, the best take profit has been a battle between 15 to 16%. I tend to lean more on the conservative side to make sure I actually get filled. But 16% has been a highly profitable take profit as well. And as you can see, the net profit is slightly higher. But as long as you're taking profit around 15 to 16%, this is going to be a really good strategy for you. If you come in here and you type in, for example, 10%, then you can see the difference in net profit is, again, over $12,000. So it's so important for you to actually go in and backtest your strategy. That's why I have no idea how you guys are trading with no data on your setup whatsoever, because you can see from the data that I've collected the massive difference that having your take profit in the correct spot can have in your trading. So if your strategy isn't currently working for you right now, it could be the take profit, and you'll never know where the best place to put your take profit is unless you actually go through and back test your setups. So again, just as a reminder, when the 5-minute candle closes above the breakout level, you're zooming into the 1-minute time frame. You're making sure the first 1-minute candle is trending green. Next 1-minute candle closes green. Then you enter right here at the close of this candle with a 15% take profit with a 20% stop loss. And yes, stop loss is a little bit bigger here. And again, I'd love for the stop loss to be 15% on this one so it can be a 1-to-1 risk to reward. However, with these small cap stocks, we get a lot of volatility. And sometimes these stocks will pull back 16, 17% and then pop and then go for the full 15%. So right now, 20% stop loss is the most profitable stop loss on the strategy. And I would only know that because I've back tested the data. Anyway, this is how I traded PFSA stock today with my one-on-one students. Beautiful breakout, perfect breakout. This is called the green light special. Take this strategy, go out there and use it for yourself. If you need help identifying this setup in real time, again, I live trade with my students from 9 a.m. all the way till 10 a.m. And then after that, from 10 a.m. till 12 p.m., I'm calling out opportunities inside of the one-on-one student chat. So if you're available during that time, preferably 5 days per week, at least 3 times per week, click that link down below, apply for one-on-one training. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.